My stepsister is forcing me to be her bridesmaid. Backstory, my stepsister and I just don't get along. Our parents got married when we were in high school, but from day one she had just had something against me. At first, she ignored me, but then she started doing small things like stealing my stuff, but then when I'd accuse her of doing so, she'd gaslight me and say, "Why would I take your stuff when it's all just junk anyway?" But the worst part came when she started dating the guy I'd been in love with for years, Drake. I swore Drake and I had a connection, and he promised me a dance at the winter formal, but instead of keeping our date, he ended up with my stepsister. It sucked, but I moved on. I got married, moved out of our small town, and had the most amazing little girl. But as some marriages do, mine failed. And for our first Christmas apart, he somehow got custody of our daughter. And so it was either I go home for the holidays because he moved back home, or I miss my very first Christmas with my daughter. The latter is not happening. So I'm going home for the holidays. And that would all just be fine if it weren't for the fact that my stepsister is finally getting married to Drake. And she wants me to be a bridesmaid. Emphasis on the maid. But I can't be a part of the wedding. Not when my stepsister Carla treats Drake terribly. And not now that Drake is reminding me of all the reasons why I first fell for him. He's a good guy. And my stepsister, she doesn't care about that. She only cares about his fame and fortune, and I can't stand by and watch this guy make the biggest mistake of his life. Then Drake tells me I was wrong about that night. The night that I thought he stood me up. He didn't. And I begin to wonder... But I won't steal my stepsister's fiance, even if she did the same thing to me all those years ago. Even if Drake tells me